Hello, everybody. Welcome to Carcell Pod episode 25. Yeah, we on episode 25. Let's go. Hope y'all brought your ears along. You know, we talk about the same 7 things every day, same 7 topics every day. No news about the Nash yet. So, yeah, it's going to be months, y'all. So, y'all got to be patient with me still. I had a good morning so far. Well, I was a little lazy again today. I'm barely doing the pod. It's already 1:51, so I was supposed to start at 12, but it's 1:51. But I still have time to post the pod at 3, 50 minutes from now. But, you know, we all have our lazy days sometimes, you know. But I'm here. Like I said, there's no news about the Nash yet. Just still waiting on them. And, just gotta get this money for the bill, which is only $11,000 left. So that should be easy for us to get rid of. I feel good about it. I feel super good. Like I know we're gonna pay this bill off fast. It's just a matter of time and support. But we'll get there eventually. But yeah, make sure you guys go support. If you don't know how to support, I'll let you know right now. I'll show you. All you got to do is go on GoFundMe if you want to donate. So go on GoFundMe and type in support the first America shaped cruise ship, and you could donate however much money you want. So that's one way to support. Another way to support is you can buy t-shirts on my TikTok shop and my website. All you gotta do is follow my links to my website or my TikTok and you can buy t-shirts. So those are 2 ways you can support right now. So make sure you go do that. Because without your support, the National American Shape Shifts is not going to be a reality as soon as we want them to be. So if we want the Nash to be here sooner, we got to support as much as possible. So make sure we go do that. But yeah, 2026 is a year. Regardless, we're going to have the remote control models this year for sure. So, but yeah, I can't wait for that. It's going to be so fun. Yeah. Who's excited for the NAS remote controllable models? Who's excited to play with theirs? Let me know in the comments. Because I know you guys are 24/7 excited for the NAS. Your excitement will never go away for the NAS. It's going to be always exciting when it comes to the NAS. So I'm not worried about that part too much. But yeah, you guys are doing great. Like I got a lot of support. I got a lot of money saved up, but I need more. I need $11,000 saved up. Right now, I only got like $600 saved up, but that's more. That's better than nothing. But I definitely need more. Need more support so I could pay this event help bill off as fast as possible. And I can't do that without you guys. Yeah, but yeah, still a waiting game, you know, for the next few months. No news until we get some. So so yeah, there's not much to really talk about, honestly. Um, you know, I don't like to talk about the world too much right now, at least, just because the main reason is because I'm not really a part of the world right now. I'm really more secluded in my own little bubble. So that's the reason why I don't talk about the world, because there's nothing I can really do right now about the world, because I don't have money, and money money talks, and money makes things happen. So I'm not gonna waste my time trying to figure out what's going on right now when I'm not even in a position to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, if I can't help, then what's the point of me being there? You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I don't really care to talk about the world or any like politics or anything like news or anything like that. Just because I'm just in my own little world right now, especially with Tinashe. Like, I'm an artist myself. You know what I mean? So as an artist, you care about your art more than anybody else's. So that's the reason why I don't talk about other people's art. But when it comes to Tinashe is my favorite artist. I love Tinashe more than myself when it comes to art. Like, so Tinashe is the only one that I talk about, like, when it comes to music and stuff like that. Like, and like, her albums and things like that. Like, that's all I talk about, like, cause it's just relevant to my life, and if I were to talk about just everybody, it wouldn't even make sense because I'm such a specific person, and I know you guys know that too. Like, I'm not really a randomized guy. Like, I'm not a person that's gonna sit here and talk about some random shit just because it's in the news. You know what I mean? Like, it's random. Like, I don't really care. Like, I like to talk about stuff that have to do with me. You know what I mean? I don't really care about what's going on in the world unless it affects me personally. Like, that's the only way I'll be like, yo, what's going on with this story right now in the world? I got affected by this, like that. But have I ever been affected by anything in the world? Not really. The only thing I've been affected by in the world was like medical stuff and government stuff. Like, that government stuff that had to do with medical stuff. Like, that's the only thing that I've been affected by, like SSI and stuff like that, and getting cut off because I'm healthy enough to work and I'm not considered sick anymore. And but if I make more than 1,300 a month, I'll get cut off of my insurance, so I'll basically be sick again. So basically, I have to be sick in order to get SSI. Like literally sick. Like, so that's the only thing when it comes to the world. Like, that's the only effect that I've ever felt from the world was the government, the medical side of the government. Like, that's just really crazy a little bit. But other than that, I haven't been affected by anything. You know. Um. Um. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm glad I didn't get affected by too much stuff when it comes to our government. Like, I'm glad I don't get in trouble. I'm glad I don't do any like scamming or anything like that. Like, I'm just glad I'm just a cool, straight up, regular dude. Like, a everyday, chilling all the time type of dude. I'm either making music or sleeping or posting a video. But that's pretty much all that I do right now. Like, I'm really laid back. I'm really chill. Like, I really don't do anything besides just make content. Like, literally, all I do is make content. I'm a content creator. So that's really where I spend all my time on, like, on content creating, all of it, like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. All I do is make content about, everything that's going on in my life. Getting these views, getting these millions and millions of views. Working on myself, getting up there in life, succeeding and all that stuff. That's me. That's what I do with my time. I don't play. I don't do stupid stuff with my time. But that's how I've always been since I was a kid. I never really wasted time doing something that I'm not really fully interested in. I've been like that since I was young. When I was young, all I did was play video games. That's all I did all day. Play video games. Period. I didn't want to do anything else except for play my video games when I got off of school. When I got home from school, all I did was play my video game. It was fun. Yeah, I started getting into music when I was like 16. Like, cause I was a video game head when I was a kid, but when I turned 16, that's when I started really getting into music. But not like working on music, more like listening to music. You know what I mean? I started listening to a lot of music when I was like 16, and I was listening to a lot of radio. Like I had a big boom box in my room in 2011 when I was 16. Um, 2011 I had a big boombox radio in my room, and I would just have the radio playing all day and just listening to the radio, waiting for my favorite songs to come on. You know what I mean? I remember that. I remember that. That was before I got really serious and wanted to be a star. You know what I mean? I always wanted to be a star since I was a kid, but school. There's something about school that turns you into a regular kid, no matter what. Like when you're in school, when you graduate, you have a lot more time to think about what you want to do. But when you're in school, you care about playing with your friends and doing all this stuff. And so during school, I was just a fan of music, really. Even though I have made a song when I was 6 years old, I was just living a normal kid life at that time. So. But it was right after I graduated high school, that's when I started doing music seriously. But in high school, when I was like 16, all the way to graduation, I was just a fan of music during that time, just trying to focus on school, trying to graduate and stuff like that. But but yeah, like I was a fan of music, like just listening to rap and pop and all that stuff, and just downloading all that information in my mind, like what type of stuff I like. You know what I mean? But after I graduated high school and when I started doing music seriously, I started studying like the old school hip hop and stuff like that. But during high school, I was listening to like modern hip hop. But after I graduated and I started working on music, I felt like I had to study some of the greats in order to just understand like just the rhythm of hip hop and what I need to deliver to the world when it comes to hip hop. So I had to study some people, the old school, and then some of the new school, but a lot of the old school. I studied a lot of the old school, watched a lot of documentaries, and all that stuff after I graduated. I was very serious about becoming a hip hop artist. So I really studied everybody, or a lot of people. Not everybody, but I studied a lot of people. But yeah. Yeah, but yeah, make sure you study or study when you got something interesting. When you found your love, your interest in life, make sure you study other people who do it just to give yourself some confidence about going into it. You know what I mean? Just watch how they perform, watch how they do it, and then try to implement it into your world. You know, that's what I did. Um, I worked on my style and everything, like my stage presence. I paid attention to that. How you have to perform on stage. Like I studied all that stuff. I really did. You know, and I went out there and I executed on my own, and I actually got some stuff done. You know what I mean? I worked with some stars, with a star. You know what I mean? I ended up working with somebody from my generation who's a celebrity now. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. Like everybody doesn't isn't privileged enough to work with a star. You know what I mean? A real star. So I'm actually privileged enough to actually have worked with a future star. You know, but that's just one of my collaborators that became a celebrity. But but that's the cool thing about doing music and collaborating is that you never know who's gonna blow up. So that's why collaborating is very um essential to your music career. You know what I mean? So other fans could be like, oh, okay, I can hear, okay, she sounds good with him, or he sounds good with her. You know what I mean? Like, it's dope. You know, to give people a perspective, give people perspectives and stuff like that. That's the cool thing about collaborating is that it gives people perspectives that a different perspective of you. You know what I mean? Like, well, yo, like my favorite artist sound good with this artist, so I'm gonna listen to this artist too. You know what I mean? It's like that, like spreading the love. That's the beauty of collaborations and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the way you succeed in music. You know what I mean? If you're not comfortable collaborating with hip hop artists or singers, you could collaborate with producers, and that's another way to become successful in music. Just collaborate with producers. If you don't want to collaborate with other artists, just collaborate with producers or engineers. Collaborate with a good engineer and be like, yeah, this engineer engineered my whole album, and this engineer is known throughout this city for doing this with this artist and this artist and this artist. You know what I mean? So just collaborating is important when it comes to spreading your name out there in the world. If just in case you didn't know how to get fans and stuff, that's how you get fans. It's collaborating with other people who are serious in music and they actually do this stuff every day and work with other artists. Like you got to put yourself out there in any way. If you don't, like I said, if you're not comfortable working with singers and rappers, work with producers. If you're not comfortable working with producers, work with engineers. If you're not comfortable working with engineers, work with promoters at clubs. You know what I mean? Like collaborate all the time. And don't stop. You know. But that's my spiel on how to become successful in the music game. Um, you just got to be consistent and you got to collaborate. Consistency and collaboration is two of the biggest keys to success in music. It's collaboration and the other one, collaboration and yeah, the other one. But but yeah, but but yeah, that's how you do it. That's how I got to where I am. You know, exactly like that. Um, but yeah, I'm just glad I got my feet off the ground. I'm glad I did it. You know what I mean? Like, most people don't make it in the game. So I'm just glad that I'm at least one of them people that made it. You know what I mean? At least. So, yeah. Um, but yeah, make sure you guys do that. Make sure you guys collaborate and make sure you guys, you know, do everything that you need to do to get to where you need to be. You know, um, but yeah, if I didn't do any of those things, I wouldn't be in the position that I am in right now, which is a relevant position. Like when people have to take you serious because you worked with this person, and they can't say that you're not relevant because you guys consider this person relevant. If you guys consider this person relevant, I'm relevant because I worked with that person. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of working with people. You know what I mean? Working with people who are relevant. You could say, like, yo, I'm relevant because I worked with Samara Sin or I worked with Tina Shit. You know what I mean? Like, these people are relevant in the world, like in the entertainment world. So that's the beauty of collaborations. Is that you could say, yeah, I did that. You know what I mean? I worked with that person. Everybody loved them. So eventually they're gonna love me too. So that's how you get there. Collaboration. So go on YouTube. If you're an artist, go on YouTube, type in beats, instrumentals, find a producer and talk to the producer. Like leave a comment or something, or find an email and try to shoot them an email. Be like, hey, I'm an artist. I love to collaborate with you. Send them a song. Be like, yeah, this is my latest song, my best song that I have. And I think we'll sound good together and I think we should work. That's all you got to do. Send them their music, especially on SoundCloud. SoundCloud is the place to blow up. Just go on there and message a producer or a rapper and be like, yo, we should work. And then send them something that you made, whether you're a producer or a rapper. Send them something you made and be like, yo, let's do this. And usually they'll respond. It'll be like yes or no. Usually I get yeses all the time. So, but that's all you got to do. Just throw yourself out there and just try things. Try to collaborate mostly with people. You'll get there eventually. You gotta try. But but yeah, I've been dropping a lot of content on Instagram. That's my job right now. Is to drop content, you know. So I've been enjoying that. Like I've been waiting for something like this to happen to where I'm doing social media for a living, and it's finally here. You know what I mean? It feels good to make money from posting. I'm not gonna lie. Like thank God I had thought of the national emergency shit. Thank God I had went viral because your boy been working on it for a while. Like I've been working on it for about 10 years, to get it viral and get my music popping or whatever. It's been about 10 years. 2015, yeah. 2016, yeah. Been trying to do it for a while, but it's finally here, you know. So I ain't got no complaints. I'm actually thankful. But but yeah, yeah, but yeah, I want to do a lot more work in the game. I want to do a lot more producing. I want to produce for some people now. I want to get that producer experience. So I'm gonna start working on beats and stuff like that again, and just get my skills up, like how it used to be, or beyond that. Beyond that. So so that's my personal goal. But I gotta get the NAS off the ground first. And once the NAS is off the ground, and I'm selling cruise ships to people and stuff like that. Then yeah, I can focus on the music again. You know, but right now I gotta focus on the NAS. That's priority right now, because the NAS is where I'll get my money, at least a lot of it, most of my money. And then once I have the money from the NAS, I'll be able to invest into my music and stuff like that. So, so that's why I got to focus on the NAS right now. But I'm still gonna drop music though. I'm still gonna drop music while I'm working on the NAS though, cause I gotta drop music every year. So, the only year I ever missed was 2024. You know, but I dropped music every year since 2014. So, but yeah, I dropped music every year since 2014. Yeah, actually 2013. But you know, but yeah, but yeah, producing is definitely one of my loves. One of those things I'll never give up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just something about producing, something about getting behind them keys and just doing what you do from your mind and your soul, and just letting it go, and making something beautiful happen. Like, it's just something beautiful about that. Like, it's just a special form of art. You know what I mean? All art is special, but it's something about music that's specialer. It's just something different about it. It has a lot of character and personality. You know, and it has a lot of beauty because it makes people it react to it. You know what I mean? And either dance to it or nod their head or inspire them to be an artist. So that's the beauty of music to me, is that, you know, like what it does for the culture and what it does for the world. Like, it's just beautiful. I just love art. I mean, I love music. Um, but I love being a producer too, and a rapper. But I like producing. I like producing a lot. Like, man, I could do that all day. But with all the right stuff, you know what I mean, in the right space and with the right time and all that stuff, yeah, I could sit down and get down on some beats. Like, I could really do that. And I feel like that's gonna surprise a lot of people. Like, once the NAS takes off and it becomes as big as it's gonna be, I feel like a lot of people are gonna be surprised about me being an artist. Like, what, Carcell raps? That's crazy. Like, I feel like a lot of people are gonna go crazy about that. Like, you know, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to make assumptions, you know. But I definitely feel that though. I feel like the world is gonna be tripping out about Carcell being a rapper. Like, They gonna be like, what? He created the world's first American-shaped cruise ships, and he a great rapper. This is not. This is illegal. This is illegal. Nobody should be this talented. But hey, that's me. That's really Carcell. But but yeah. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to the success of the Nas. That's gonna be life changing because your boy, I'm not gonna lie, your boy kind of struggled financially since forever, since I could remember. I've been struggling financially, so it's gonna feel super good to finally have money to buy things, and all that stuff, like things that I've always wanted. Clothes, shoes. I never really been able to shop the way I wanted to. You know what I mean? So it's just gonna feel good to finally like be able to do some stuff that I've been wanting to do for a while when it comes to finances and stuff like that. Like I never had a chance to spend money the way I wanted to. But it took time because like I said, I wanted to be a rapper and I wanted that to work out and it did. You know what I mean? Like the Nas is not the only thing that successful story about Carcell. Like I'm actually a great artist and I worked with a star, which is enough. Like I worked with a lot of artists, but I worked with one that became a star. So I'm proud of that. But you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to having money for the first time. I'm 31 years old, so this is the perfect time for me to have money. Usually people graduate around this time when they're like 31, like from all the classes that they wanted to take and they're finally going on with their career. Yeah, it's like 30, 31. Yeah, that's when people's careers usually take off and they become richer and more serious in life, when you're 30. So it's right on time. The money came right on time. You know what I mean? Um, so that's what I'm thankful for. Some people don't know what that feels like. Some people will never know what that feels like. All I gotta do is pay $11,000 and I'm gonna be a billionaire. Like, yeah, let's do it. Like, let's go. $11,000 for a billion. I'll trade that in any day. That's literally what's going on right now. All I need is $11,000. I'm gonna be a billionaire because of Nas. It's crazy. But hey, that's how life works sometimes. Life works like that. One day you just chilling, all of a sudden the next day you a billionaire. You know what I mean? Because of an idea. That's literally how life works sometimes for people. But that's why I'm just gonna take mines. You know what I mean? I'll take mines. I'm taking mines. Yeah, that happened to me. Hey, you know what I mean? Forget it. I'm taking it. I need that. I need that $1 billion. Or however much billions I'm gonna have from the Nas. Cause we talking about ships that people gonna be on all day long. We talking about 40 of them, 45 of them out there, 15 on each coast, going up and down, taking people to beaches all day. That's how much I want to have out there eventually. But we got to start small. We got to be real. But I feel like I could raise enough money to have 45 out there, honestly, because this is America. Like, come on, guys. This is America. Like, we're going to make this happen. Like, guaranteed. But yeah, I'm trying to get my money up so I could do this the right way, you know. Because if the Nas takes off right, you know, the money's gonna be right forever. That's what I'm worried about. Like, you know, because once I have the money, I'm gonna be able to make the Nas even more fun for everybody. You know, I'll be able to make bigger ones, bigger scale ones, larger scale models, you know, for people to play with, or better ones, you know. But even the real Nas, like I can make bigger ones, better ones when I have the money. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Like that's gonna be fun. Can't wait. The Nas. Yeah. Fun guaranteed. Guaranteed fun. No, there's no question about it. Like, are we gonna have fun on our American ship cruise ship? Yeah, we gonna have fun on our American ship cruise ship. What you think? What you think? Like, it's a cruise ship. It takes you places. Shaped like America. It's dope. Just like the real America. It takes us places every day in space. Travel in space. America in space. Now we got Shape of America in water now. In the water. It's crazy. But yeah. But I got all types of other ideas too, but I can't really talk about them though. I can't really tell you what's going on, what's going to be added to the NAS. Because I got something big that I'm adding to the NAS that's going to literally take over the world. It's going to take over when I add this other thing to it. But I can't tell you exactly what it is right now. It's a secret. But it's perfect. It's perfect. It's going to be so entertaining. It's ridiculous. But, yeah. But, I can't wait to tell you guys, though. I can't wait to put it out there. Because once you guys see it, y'all going to be like, what? No way. Y'all be like, he did it again. Carcell did it again. He brought something to the world that we never seen before. He did it again. We never thought that this was going to be possible, but you totally took over the world. I'm like, I know I took over the world. But yeah. It's going to be a big deal, guys. Who's ready for this? It's going to be a big deal. America is a big deal. But American shaped cruise ships is an even bigger deal. For real. Like, what? A ship shaped like America? In America? That's dope. Ships shaped like America in America. Like, that's crazy. But yeah. But yeah, but we're gonna get there soon. No rush, you know. Ain't no point of rushing about it, you know. You know, it'll happen eventually, and when it does happen, it's gonna be so glorious. It's ridiculous. So, um, but yeah. Um, but yeah, make sure you guys get your T-shirts. Make sure you guys donate, because if you guys don't donate, if you guys don't support, then the National Merit Shape Shift is gonna take longer to be here. You know what I mean? Like, imagine 5 months of waiting versus 11 months of waiting for the Nash. Like, we don't wait 5 months or sooner. We could even pay it off in a couple weeks from now. You know what I mean? But it's all up to us. Like, it's all up to us if we're taking this serious or not. You know what I mean? Like, it really is. Because without you guys' support, the National Merit Shape Shift is not gonna be here. You know what I mean? So that's why I need you guys to get on it, and and start supporting, because if we don't support, then like I said, the Nash is not gonna be here. So we gotta start supporting. You know what I mean? So let's do it. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. Okay? Let's do it this year, 2026. We could do this. I know we can. $11,000. Come on, y'all. $11,000. I just need 11 of you guys with $1,000. 11 people with 1,000. That's all I need. 11 people with $1,000. That's all I need for the NAS to be real. I know we could do this. I know we can. 11 people with $1,000. You know what I mean? I know we could do this. I know we could do this. It's just $11,000, guys. But I don't have it. I don't have the extra $11,000. That's why I need you guys. That's why I got to do the podcast. That's why I got to keep posting. Because without you, the National Merit Shape Shift is not going to be a reality. So that's why I need you guys. So once the NAS is done, everything is going to be smooth. Y'all got to donate. Once the event help bill is done, y'all ain't got to worry about donating or anything no more. Y'all could just buy a NAS remote control model whenever you want to. So that's why I'm trying to get this this donation and stuff, like supporting and stuff, over with, so we could just live life. You know what I mean? So, but it's gonna take time to get there. You know what I mean? It's gonna take you guys' support. So we gotta start supporting. Okay? So let's make sure we do that. So, yeah. But yeah, but as soon as I get some news about the Nash, I'm gonna let you guys know. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. You know, when it comes to the Nash or anything like that, um, or anything about me or music, I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. I'm gonna definitely let you guys know what's going on. So yeah, and like I said, the Carcell Pod is gonna be on every day at 3 p.m. Like I said, sometimes it might be a little late because I be lazy, but they're coming every day. I promise. Every day. Might not be at 3. It might be at a different time. But at least every day I'm going to drop a video on YouTube talking about news about the Nash and everything else going on in my life. I got to let you guys know, because a lot of you guys paid money already to know what's going on. So that's why I have to make the pod. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about making a pod. I got to make the pod. So, yeah. But but yeah, baby, the Nash is coming soon. Soon to you. We'll be here. The Nash is gonna be here for you, to entertain you, to make sure you smile, because this is where we at. This is where we live. But it's in the shape of a ship, and it's fun. It's entertaining now, like how it always been. America always been fun and entertaining and beautiful. So that's what the Nash is gonna represent, and hopefully it change the world and make the world more of a beautiful place to be and have fun and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But in due time, it'll start to show. But first, we gotta get these remote controllable models off the ground, so people can start making your own. Y'all can make your own videos in your own backyard, in your own pool, instead of watching me with mines all day, because that's boring. Having fun is one thing, but watching fun is like, well, I don't want to watch fun. I want to have fun too. So, but anyways, support everybody. If you don't know how to support, I'm gonna let you know right now. All right. So if you want to donate, all you gotta do is go on GoFundMe. Just type in GoFundMe on your Google search or your Safari or whatever. Type in GoFundMe, and then once you find GoFundMe, click on GoFundMe, and then you could donate however much money you wanna. Click on GoFundMe, and once you're on GoFundMe, type in support the first America-shaped cruise ship. And after you type in first support the first American-shaped cruise ship, click on support the first American-shaped cruise ship post. And then you could donate however much money you want. Alright? So that's the first way to support. And so now I'm about to tell you the second way to support. The second way to support is you could follow my links to either my TikTok or my website. And you can buy t-shirts on my TikTok from my TikTok shop. Or you could buy t-shirts from my website. So those are two ways you can support the National American Shake Ships, all right? So make sure you guys go do that if you support the National American Shake Ships, because without your support, the National American Shake Ships is not going to be a reality as soon as we want them to be. So make sure you guys go do that right now, okay? Let's not waste any more time. Let's make sure that these National American Shake Ships we get here in a timely manner, okay? All right? So make sure you guys go do that, all right? I'm serious. Because I want to have fun right now. But I can't have fun because the support is not there yet. But anyways, this has been episode 25, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.